What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Cigars and Whiskey for our next review. Today's review, we're going to be continuing with the Fratello Fresh Pack sample that I purchased, and we're going to the next new cigar featured in that pack, and that is the Arlequin, and that is a 5x50. It is a Mexican wrapper. It uses an Ecuadorian binder and with fillers from Peru and Nicaraguan, so a little bit different blend. This cigar and the previous review I did of the Sorella are actually two cigars put in that pack by Fratello, trying to do some marketing research to see if the blends that they created were going to be something that they could streamline and bring out as another core brand or another blend for their core line. But as you can see, it does feature a multicolored band versus some of the other Fratello blends that are just white or just basic lettering that just say Fratello on them, but this actually says the name on there. With that said, let's go ahead and look at it. I mean, that Mexican San Andreas, that Mexican wrapper is very, very light cocoa profile. It also has tight seams, minimal veins, and man, it is a good looking stick. Getting a little bit of a sweetness off of the foot of the cigar, but let's go ahead and cut it up and get into the pre-draw of our review, so stay tuned. Alright, went ahead and cut the top of that cigar off with a straight cut. On that pre-draw, getting a little bit of a cinnamon profile, not real heavy but just fairly faint, you can taste it. I'm getting an earthy profile, no spice, no real sweetness to it, just a basic cigar with the pre-draw. But we'll go ahead and light it up, and I'll be back with the first third of the Arlequin right after this. Alright, everybody, welcome back for the beginning of the first third of our next review of the Arlequin by Fratello cigar. I'm getting a really good draw on the cigar. I know the previous cigar, when we first started, its draw was a little tight at the beginning, but it did loosen up as you smoked through it. This one is very spongy in the middle towards the bottom, and it's not a real tight roll as some of the cigars you may have experienced, but it is a real great ease just when you draw on the cigar. I am getting a little bit of a black pepper on the retrohale, getting a little bit of a leather profile and an earthy profile on the draw. There is a little bit of a sweetness on the back of the palate as you exhale the smoke when you draw on it. I know it's supposed to be a little bit stronger, more of a not a full strength, but a high medium to a low full, a little bit fuller compared to some of the other Fratello cigars out there. Man, but I have to say, with that said, so far I'm kind of intrigued with the cigar, and as I said, it was kind of like it's a marketing research cigar. I don't think they've been released yet. I could be wrong, but you can get this Fratello Fresh Pack sampler where you get the previous cigar we reviewed, this one, and then two of their basic original lines in there, and it's roughly $25. I did pick that up at Fumar Cigars in Phoenix. You can buy them online at most places. I have seen them on quite a few websites, but again, they are doing that as a marketing research to see how consumers will like that product. But with that said, we're going to keep smoking through it. I'll be back with the second third right after this. Alright, everybody, welcome back to the second third of our review. As we're smoking through the cigar, we did start to get a little bit of a mouse hole on the construction. Not too much that's going to mess up the cigar, but I did notice with that imperfection in there, because it is a hand-rolled cigar, so it's not an unknown issue. As far as cigars go, don't let that hinder your experience, but it does burn a little hot on the cigar, so as you're smoking it does get warm. You might have to set it down and let it go for a little while if you're having that issue. But again, you might have one that's perfectly burns great and it's a great smoke. But with that said, the profiles are pretty much staying the same, just a little more strength in the retrohale. I am noticing with the Peruvian tobacco that's in there, Peruvian tobacco, at least in my experience, gives a little bit of a sweet graham cracker profile, so I am getting hints of that from time to time with those other blends. But man, it is a decent, good cigar. I do recommend that you get that sampler pack if you haven't ever had a Fratello cigar, and try those and see how you like them. But man, it's all about learning cigars and experiencing new cigars. So not always is it good to stay with just the ones you know, but to see what else is out there, because they're always working hard to bring out new stuff to the market so people will experience new cigar experiences. But we're going to keep going through that cigar. I'll be back with the final third, my final thoughts, right after this. So stay tuned. All right, everybody, welcome back for the final third of our review of the Fratello cigar. As you can see, it is burning. That tunneling has made an effect. It's starting to bend a little bit, but the profiles haven't changed much. They're still the same. Just got to be real hesitant about that. I might have been just smoking this a little fast, and that's why it burned hot and then gave me issues. But with that said, man, this cigar's profile is a well-balanced cigar, something you can smoke after you eat, or if you're out celebrating, you can have that with a good adult beverage. But man, it is a good cigar. I do recommend you try it. And again, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, leave your comments, and always have a great day, have a great smoke, and I'll see you next time.